Okay, good morning, Miss.
Good morning, sir.
Yes, today we are going to do the evaluation for math, science, and mathematica. I will ask from homework, vocabulary, summary point, and book as well. So here we have the question of homework for the next week. I will open the math first. Okay, so this is about chapter 3. This is the new one, Miss. New chapter.
Yes, sir.
New chapter about decimal. Okay, from question number 1, Miss.
Okay, 1.6 equals C, both A and B. 7 tenths, right as a decimal is 0.7 A. Number 3, 1 and 1 plus 5 tenths, it's equal C, both A and B.
Okay.
How many tenths are there between 0 and 1? It's 10, B.
Oh, so it's 0.1
No, it's
to 10, like that.
0 and 1. How many tenths?
Okay, so could you give example?
Like this.
0.1, 0.2,
Yeah.
like that. Okay. Number 4. Number 5.
Okay, number 5. 0.4 plus 0.5, it's equal C, both A and B.
Okay.
Number 6, which represents 3 tenths, it's A, 0.3.
Next.
7. On a number line, minus 0.3 is located at the E left of 0. 1 and 4 tenths equal, it's both A and B, C.
Okay. Okay, you can go to the essay now, please.
Okay.
Solve this one, please.
Okay, Devi divides the paper into 10 equal parts. She colored 4 strip reds, and then she colored 3 strip yellow and 3 strip blue. How much of the paper is color red? The first one, we need to know how much all the paper is 10, and then how much the red one. So if we already found the equal part and then the strip red, we just make that red become 4 out of 10. Or in the decimal, it's like 0.4.
Okay, next.
A machine cuts a sheet of paper into 100 equal pieces. 7 out of 10 of the sheet of paper is color green. Can you make it?
Oh, yeah.
5 over 100. 5 over 100 sheet of paper is color blue. The rest are not color. What the fraction of the sheet of paper is color? So the sheet of paper is 100. And then the sheet of paper that color green, it's 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10. And then the color blue, the paper of color blue is 5 out of 100. This machine want to know how many the fraction of color paper. So we can plus the fraction, become 7 plus 5, it's equal 12 out of 10. Or we can put in the decimals 0.7 plus 5 point, 0.05, and it's equal 0.75. We turn that into the fractions. It's like 75 out of 100.
So,
This is the color of the paper.
at the addition of the fraction, how to solve that one? 7 out of 10 plus 5 out of 100. So what is the result of it?
This is the color of the paper, the fractions and the decimals one.
Okay. So about this one, could you explain how to solve this one?
What? Oh, we know that the fraction in here, so we just want to make it simple to answer. We can make it by decimals. We turn the fraction into decimal. We turn that into decimal, and then after we found the decimal, we can directly put in the fractions.
Yeah, I know. I mean here, you got the result of 7 out of 10 plus 5 out of 100 is 75 out of 100. So, could you explain how to get the answer 75 out of 100 without doing the action, without changing into decimal first? I mean, you just give the answer here before, right?
Yeah, we can. Uh, there is we can cross multiple 7 times 100, and then 10 times 100 plus with the 5 times 10 equal out of 100 times 10, and it's equal 700 plus 1000, yes, plus
50.
550, and then plus with the 1000, and then uh, 7 plus 5 it's yes, out of 1000.
Yeah, so you can eliminate it. Okay. These two questions, just say no need to write.
Oh, this one it's 0.5, sorry, 0.8. We can make it into the fraction. It's like 8 out of 10.
Okay, next this one.
27 out of 100.
Okay, everything looks clear. Sekarang kita di matematika, berarti ini tentang, berarti minggu depan sudah masuk ke project.
Sudah siap proyeknya.
Sudah siap projectnya?
Iya, tapi ini salah tulis. Harusnya
Oh.
KPK dan FPB.
Oh, berarti ini materi yang baru.
Iya.
Oke, Miss, mulai dari nomor 1 saja.
Oke, bilangan manakah yang merupakan bilangan prima? Yaitu ada bilangan A9. Sorry, yang merupakan bilangan prima adalah 11. Faktor prima dari 24 adalah 3 dan 6. Lanjut.
3 dan 6.
Sorry, faktor prima dari 24 adalah 2, 12, 2, dan 6. 2 dan 6. Harusnya 2 dan 6.
Oh, tidak. 6 tidak. 6 tidak menjadi bagian dari.
Sorry, 2, 3. 2 dan 3.
2 dan 3. 6 itu bukan bilangan prima. Dia bilangan komposit. Nomor 3.
Manakah ya di bawah ini yang bukan bilangan prima adalah C9.
Lanjut, Miss.
Oke, hasil faktorisasi prima dari 42. 42 kita pohon faktorkan, bagi 2, dia menjadi 21. 21 bisa dibagi menjadi 3 dan 7. Jadi 237A.
Oke. Nomor 6, Miss.
Oke, bilangan manakah berikut ini yang bukan kelipatan persekutuan 3 dan 4? Bukan bilangan persekutuan 3 dan 4 ada di C14. Karena tidak ada dari bilangan hasil perkalian dari 3 dan 4.
16?
16 merupakan hasil perkalian dari 4. 4 kali 4.
Bilangan manakah? Oke, kita punya kesalahpahaman konsep di sini. Persekutuan artinya kombinasi dari dua bilangan.
Oh, ya.
Jadi kalau kita bilang bilangan manakah berikut ini yang bukan kelipatan persekutuan dari 3 dan 4, artinya dia bukan kelipatan 3 dan bukan kelipatan 4.
Ya.
16 ini adalah kelipatan 4. Ya kan? Jadi harusnya jawabannya ini bisa 14, bisa 16. Karena 16 ini bukan kelipatan persekutuan antara 3 dan 4.
Harusnya persekutuannya dihapus.
Iya, itu bisa masuk akal. Kelipatan manakah? Ya kalaupun Miss bilang ini dihapus misalnya. Jadi yang soalnya berarti bilangan manakah berikut ini yang bukan kelipatan dari 3 dan 4. Berarti ini kan tetap masih dalam bentuk kombinasi. Kecuali kalau Miss bilang 3 atau 4. Atau misalnya bagian D ini bisa ganti jadi 36. Artinya kan 36 ini kelipatan persekutuan dari 3 dan 4 kan. Jadi hanya ada satu opsi yang benar di sini 14.
Ya.
Oke, mungkin ini bisa direvisi lagi.
Oke, sir.
Oke. Okay, wait for a second, miss. We have a problem here. Oke, baik Miss, kita lanjut. Nomor 7.
Oke. 3 kelipatan persekutuan pertama dari 5 dan 10 adalah 5, 10, 15. 8 pound faktor dari 20 akan menghasilkan
Nomor 7, Miss. 5, 10, dan 15 itu kurang tepat ya, Miss.
Oke, kelipatan 5 ada 5, 10, 15. Nah, sedangkan 10 ada 10, 20, 30. Yang benar itu ada lebih.
Oke, 10, 20, dan 30. Next, nomor 8.
Pohon faktor dari 20 akan menghasilkan bilangan prima 20, pohon faktor 2 dan 10, lalu 2 dan 5. 2 dan 5.
Oke. Oke, Miss. Soal nomor 1.
Soal nomor 1, 3, 6, 9, 18, 27. Urutan tersebut merupakan urutan kelipatan 3. Bilangan prima adalah bilangan yang memiliki 2 faktor, yaitu bilangan 1 dan bilangan itu sendiri. Hasil perkalian dengan bilangan dengan angka lain disebut kelipatan. Faktorisasi adalah memecah bilangan menjadi membentuk perkalian prima. Membentuk perkalian bilangan prima. Hasil perkalian bilangan dengan angka lain disebut dengan kelipatan.
Ulang tadi pengertian tentang faktorisasi.
Faktorisasi adalah memecah bilangan menjadi suatu bentuk perkalian dari bilangan prima.
Nah, itu faktorisasi prima, Miss. Nah, makanya kenapa di sini ada pengertian faktorisasi prima. Kita memecah bilangan itu menjadi perkalian bilangan prima.
Ya.
Sedangkan faktorisasi itu pemecahan bilangan berdasarkan angka pembaginya. Artinya di sini faktorisasi dari angka 12 misalnya. Faktorisasi dari angka 12 itu 2, 12, 1, berapa lagi? 4, 3, 2, 6. Itu adalah faktorisasi dari 12.
Iya.
Sedangkan faktorisasi prima dari 12 adalah 2 kali
6.
2 pangkat 2 kali 3. Jadi yang digunakan cuma bilangan prima saja. Oke, jadi harus ada perbedaannya nih antara faktorisasi dan
faktorisasi
prima. Dan yang di sini sedikit revisi untuk soal nomor 1 ini. Urutan tersebut merupakan urutan kelipatan. Jika kita belajar tentang kelipatan dari buku, itu kelipatan itu perkalian bilangan yang sama dengan bilangan cacah, urutan bilangan cacah kan. Berarti dari 1, 2, 3, 3 kali 1 kali 2. Sedangkan di sini tidak berurut dia. 3, 6, 9. Di sini harusnya ada 12 dulu kan?
Oh iya.
Baru ada 15.
Yes.
Karena kalau kita lihat jaraknya nanti di sini 3, di sini 3, di sini udah langsung 9. Oke, mungkin
Oke,
ini nanti
sir.
bisa direvisi ya, Miss. Oke. Now we move to science. So this is about new chapter, Miss. Oh, still about chapter
Digestive
2 ya.
systems.
Okay, I see.
According,
Okay, just
okay.
start from question number 1, Miss.
Digestion start in the stomach. It's false because digestion start from our mouth and then goes to esophagus. And then number two, esophagus help move food from the mouth to the stomach. Is it true? Because the esophagus is the pass down the food into the stomach. Number two, the small intestine absorb nutrient into the blood. Is it true? Because the small intestine absorb the nutrient that from the stomach, and then in the small intestine have a wall that the nutrient go through into the blood. The large intestine is where the digestion start. It's false because uh, the first digestion start is from the mouth, and then before the large intestine it goes to small intestine. Number five, the anus is the last part of the digestive system. It's true because it's opening the gate for the large intestine, and then it's the final part of the digestive system.
Okay, question part B.
Number one, what kind of food rich in vitamin and minerals? It's like food that rich of vitamin and minerals of vegetable and fruit.
Yeah.
Digestion happen in the digestive system. And the process of breaking down food, it's called digest. Too much fat can cause heart disease. What is the definition of undigested? It's mean like the food not breaking down food by digestive system.
Okay, I see. Okay, we can start from. Okay, just answer from the question number 1, Miss.
Okay. Digestion mean it when the food breaking down into your body and make to be simpler substances before your body can use it.
Okay, thanks.
Mention five healthy food that you can find around you. It's like a meat, chicken, and then potato, vegetable, and then kind of rice. Is that healthy for your body? Three kind of food that keep us from falling sick easily. It can be spinach, broccoli, and then apple. Rice, bread, pasta, and cereal are rich in carbohydrate and provide us energy.
Yeah.
The function of stomach, it's like to squeezing and to crunch to mix into the digestive juice.
Okay. This one.
Okay, the blank breakdowns the food we eat. Digestive system. Digestion begins in the blank when you chew and swallow its mouth. A watery liquid called blank makes the food wet. It saliva. 4. The blank connect the bottom of your throat. It's esophagus. Number 5. The blank is a long narrow tube that has spongy walls. It's small intestines.
Small intestine. Okay. Yeah. Okay, maybe we can move to the book now. So I will open this book first. So what page is it?
Chapter 3.
Okay, wait for a miss. Okay, Miss. Now here we have a process of how our digestive system work, right? So could you explain from the first process until the last process, Miss?
Okay,
How do you explain this one to the student?
yeah. The first process, we eat the mouth. We eat the mouth. We eat the food,
Food by
and
using our
then
mouth.
yeah, and then the food we chew in the mouth using our teeth to break down the food into the smaller pieces, and then our tongue mixed with the saliva, which is can make the food wet and it can easily to swallow. And then after come from the mouth, after finish from the mouth, next to the esophagus. Esophagus is in Indonesia is kerongkongan. Esophagus is to transport the food from the mouth. It's like a bridge from the mouth to the stomach. And then after come from the esophagus goes to stomach. The stomach is produce digestive juice. All we can say in Indonesia is asam lambung. And then the stomach used to squeeze and churns the food and mix it with the digestive juice. It can it can make the food leave the stomach and enter the after the stomach it can enter to the small intestine. The food the food in the small intestine, the small intestine take the nutrient from the food and then transport it to the blood you from the wall that drove into the blood. After goes to the after from the small intestine goes to large intestine. In this large intestine, it's only the function only to absorb the water and the some mineral that the rest from the food. So this large intestine only to absorb water and some minerals. After from the large intestine, the food goes to anus. Actually, before the anus, the food need to be stay at the rectum. After the food want to go out, and then the anus working. Is it the gate for the large intestine and the final part of the digestive system?
Okay, so that is the process of how our digestive system works. So we move to math now. This is the operation of decimal. So could you solve this one, Miss?
Okay, Amelia, mark the following decimals on a number line. We can make the number line in here, like 0,
Just take this one, Miss.
because there is -1.
Oh yeah.
Okay, -1, and then -2, and then 1 and 2. So we want to know the part of -1.2. -1.2 is in here.
Yeah.
After that, 1.4 is in here, and then -0.7 is in here, and 0.5 is in here.
Okay, Miss. Okay. Now maybe we can move to summary point. Wait for a Miss.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now we move to math. So this is the summary point of math. Okay, could you explain what you got here, Miss?
Okay, each part represents 1/10 or 0.1. You can also write as 1/10 as a 1/10. Yes. The first one we already study about whole number. Example like this. The first one I want to tell the student this is the number. and then you must know this is the ones. After that, this is the tens. After that, this is the hundreds. And then this is the thousands. But the book has limit only until the hundreds. And then the tens in here, the value of that is 0.1. And then if we want to make it as the fractions, it can be 1 out of 10.
Okay,
And
next.
number two, 0.1 and 0.4 are decimal. We write tens to the right of the decimal of point. Yeah, we have 0.1. The decimal point is right to the decimal, to the dot, I mean.
Okay, next.
And then in the number line of the negative and positive, the left side is the negative. Yeah, if we see the line of the number is 0, and then this is the positive one at the right side, and then this is the left side for the negative part.
Okay. Okay, so this is from the combination of.
Yeah, all, because this is the end of the material.
Okay, I see. Yeah, I think you have explained this one before. Okay, maybe you can answer this one, Miss.
Oke, pohon faktor digunakan untuk memecah sebuah bilangan menjadi faktor-faktor primanya secara sistematis. Nah, pohon faktor itu pertama sekali saya akan mengajarkan ada sebuah bilangan kita buat di sini 42. Nah, pohon faktor ini kita akan membagikan membagikan dia dengan bilangan prima terlebih dahulu. Bilangan prima terkecil, apakah dia bisa dibagi 2 atau tidak? 42 bisa dibagi 2 menjadi 21, lalu 21 bisa dibagi kita tanyakan kepada siswa apakah bisa dibagi 2 atau tidak. Kalau memang tidak, kita lanjut ke bilangan primanya yang lain, yaitu 3 dan 7. Jadi power faktor dari 42 adalah 2, 3, 7. Kita hanya mengambil bilangan primanya saja, tidak perlu ikut composite number-nya.
Okay. Nomor 2.
Sebuah bilangan dituliskan dalam bentuk perkalian dari bilangan prima disebut dengan faktorisasi. Ya, ini disebut dengan faktorisasi prima. Jika sebuah bilangan ditulis dalam bentuk primanya. Contohnya seperti 18 kita tulis dengan faktorisasi primanya ada 1, 3, 2.
1 berarti tidak ikut, Miss. Karena dia bukan faktor.
Ya, 3 dan 2. Ini adalah faktorisasi primanya. Karena untuk memecahkan bilangan ini hanya ada bilangan prima 3 dan 2.
Oke, Miss. Sebelumnya itu mungkin sedikit kita koreksi. Ini faktor prima. Tadi yang 3 dan 2 itu faktor prima. Sedangkan kalau faktorisasi prima, perkalian bilangannya. Tahu kan? Berarti kalau ada perbedaan antara faktor prima dan faktorisasi prima. Contohnya dari 18 tadi. Coba Miss tulis dulu. 18. Berarti faktorisasi primanya adalah 2 kali 3 kali 3. Ya kan?
Ya.
Dan faktor primanya adalah 2 dan
3.
2 dan 3 ya. Jadi harus ada perbedaan antara faktorisasi prima dan faktor prima dari suatu bilangan. Oke. I think that is all for summary point. We can move to vocabulary list now. Okay, now we move to vocabulary list. I will start from science. Digestion.
Digestion is mean like artinya adalah pencernaan. Digestion is to breaking down the food into our body, and then the explanation is spoken to breaking down the food or turning the food into the nutrient or energy that the body needs.
Okay. Undigested?
What?
Undigested.
Undigested, it's like tidak tercerna in Indonesia. Undigested is like not breaking down the food by digestive system, and then explanation is spoken is like the food that hasn't been processed by digestive system.
Occurs?
Occurs is terjadi in Indonesia. Occurs is like happen at the same time and the place, and then explanation in spoken is like it takes place when the certain condition or same event comes.
Okay. Next, we have matematika here. Persekutuan.
Oke, persekutuan adalah dua bilangan yang sama dari faktor. Lalu persekutuan dalam secara lisan artinya adalah dua bilangan yang habis dibagi dengan bilangan yang lainnya. Lalu udah.
Oke. Oke, ini Miss tolong diperbaiki nanti ya Miss, persekutuan. But in English you write here common factor, right? It
Yes.
means it must be
Factor.
faktor persekutuan kan?
Yes.
Because persekutuan bisa jadi kelipatan persekutuan dan faktor persekutuan.
Factorization.
Iya, kalau Miss mengarah ke faktor di sini berarti bahasa Indonesianya itu faktor persekutuan. Oke. Now we move to math. Decimal.
Okay, decimal in Indonesia is decimal. Decimals is like a number that using a dot to show part of a whole. And then explanation in spoken, decimal it's like a way to write a fraction using a base of 10 and then with a dot.
Markings.
Markings is tanda-tanda. Markings in English, definition of markings is like sums of symbols, and then explanation in spoken, marking is like a line or symbol that showing important information.
Okay, Miss. I have asked from the homework book, summary point and vocabulary as the last. And I think that is all for our evaluation today. Thank you, Miss.